Good day, everyone. I am Ria Grace B. Bernal. So the question is, what theory or theories that are employed in paragraphs 1, 2, and 3? Number 1. The theory that are employed in paragraph 1 is social interaction theory or social learning theory. A social interactionist theory is an explanation of language development, emphasizing the role of social interaction between developing child and linguistically knowledgeable adults. It is based largely on social-cultural theories of Soviet psychologist Lev Vygotsky. In paragraph 1, state that Marian would smile at everything I would say to her, mostly because she did not understand me and didn't know what else to do. She had recently come from Mexico and had no formal schooling. Marian had a sister in kindergarten and they absolutely adored each other. In Marian's draft book, she drew picture after picture of her sister and sometimes herself, along with countless hearts, but with letters or attempts at writing letters. It was September and her progress was right on track for a pre-production student. 4 weeks into school, she was finally comfortable with me as a teacher, knew the basic routines of the classrooms, and seemed willing to learn. Based on my understanding, Marian employed the social learning theory. According to social interaction theory, people's social behaviors are determined by the social pressure they encounter. What this means is that the behavior is partly created in response to our surroundings, specifically our social groups. Number 2. The theory that are employed in paragraph 2 is a social interaction theory or social learning theory. Social learning theory emphasizes the importance of observing, modeling, and imitating the behaviors, attitudes, and emotional reactions of others. Social learning theory considers how both environmental and cognitive factors interact to influence human learning and behavior. Some benefits of social learning include increased engagement across disengaged learners, students developing self-organization skills, encourage collaboration. In paragraph 2, state that, as we sat down together at the back table, Marian placed her draft book down and opened up her empty resources folders as she had seen many other classmates do. I kindly asked her with a smile and gesture, "Can you open your draft book to what you want to look at together?" She took a cue from my opening motion and opened to a picture of 2 girls by a tree and swing. I tried not to assume that this was Marian and her sister, because I wanted to see what Marian would tell me about the scene. "Who is this?" I said, pointing to the girl with a ponytail and using questioning facial features and pose. Marian pointed to herself. I said, "Marian?" She nodded yes. I moved on to the next girl in the picture with pigtails. After pointing to her and saying, "Who is this?" Marian opened up and said, "Teresa." Based on my understanding, Marian employed social learning theory. Social learning theory is a theory of learning process and social behavior which proposes that new behaviors can be acquired by observing and imitating others. The goal of social learning theory is to show that an individual can learn in multiple ways. People make choices based on self-reflection, but mainly the environment in which a person finds themselves influences the way they behave and learn. Number 3. The theory that are employed in paragraph 3 is the zone of proximal development theory. The zone of proximal development was a key construct in Lev Vygotsky theory of learning and development. The zone of proximal development is defined as the space between what a learner can do without assistance and what a learner can do with adult guidance or in collaboration with more capable pairs. In paragraph 3, state that I smiled and put the name Teresa above the picture of her. I didn't move up to the rest of the picture since Marian assuming was right. I looked at the swing and said, while producing and swinging motion with my arms and body, Marian and Teresa are swinging. She madly nodded yes and smiled. I wrote swing in the picture while saying it very slowly. I pointed to the swing and said, "This is a swing. Marian and Teresa are swinging." I took her hand and manipulated her fingers so the pointer finger stuck out and the rest curled in my guidance. I moved her hand across the sentences as we read, lifting her hand after each word. We did this 2 more times, and then it was her turn on her own. She read it beautifully with only a hesitation around the ink at the end. I congratulated her by saying "great reading" and gave her a high five. She was beaming once again for ear to ear. However, this time it was not out of confusion, but out of understanding and accomplishment. Based on my understanding, Marian employed the zone of proximal development theory. The zone of proximal development indicates the level of task that the student can accomplish independently, which in turn demonstrate the actual activity that can be accomplished with guided support from the teacher. Vygotsky theory is reciprocal teaching. used to improve student ability to learn the text. In this method, teachers and students collaborate in learning and practicing for key skills: summarizing, questioning, clarifying, and predicting. That's all. Thank you.